from mouth to ear, anything's possible. Set the needle down, take it back to the start. When do we lose just how free we are? Help yourself to what you want, get caught by the wind, believing you can fly, celebrate everything. Sunbathing on the roof, watching aeroplanes, believing you can live forever and a day. Oh, 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 oh. Every chain's got a broken link. Jump off the boat, you can swim, I'll sink. The swallows die through the summer nights. Something beautiful, money just don't buy.
Well, hello everybody, Welsh Farmer and the Apprentice here.
Hello.
We are back on Garth Farm after its official release over the weekend by Martin ML Gamer. Just wanted to show you this, check this out. Lovely, look at that Welsh flag on the wall there, and even better, listen to this. Stand here listening to this all day. If you haven't worked out what that is the Welsh national anthem, which plays at the start point whenever you load into the game. And over here we've got the garage and the shop and some of the little signage and stuff over there. You walk past that, give you an idea of what that says in English. No farmers, no food. There's a few of them dotted around the map, which is quite cool. So there we go, listen to that. Isn't that cool? There's loads of little extra touches to this that Martin's added in since my initial early access video, so I'm going to run through that now and I'm going to give you a little introduction to the series we're going to run on here. So what we're going to do from here, I'm going to jump in a tractor around the corner. So what tractor have we picked from?
New Holland.
New Holland. Apparently they're the best. So we've got a T7 around the corner, or a T6 around the corner. We're going to take a spin in that. We'll show you some of the new additions and the little extras that Martin's added in. The little bits that I've done to make it ours, and then we're going to get cracking on the first episode a bit later on. So leave the national anthem and walk around the corner. This is the garage, which is in the same place as before, it just looks a bit different. I mean, you've got some signage and stuff on the wall, some old school looking signage, which is really cool. And that's what I mean there. Lovely sign there, says no farmers, no food. Another one, and then one in Welsh over here. Which is cool. I'll take you on a proper spin around this in a bit, but from here, let's get in the New Holland. We'll come back here at the finish of this little tour. I'll go to this bit at the end, so let's get cracking, shall we? Right then, let's go. Spin down the road here. And then we'll take a turn in. There's no traffic on here, so I don't need to worry about that. We'll take a turn off to the right, just show you the little placeable area that you can see over there. What I've done to that bit. After that, we'll take a spin down to the farms. So this is the animal dealer. Virtually the same as it was before, apart from some added signage. Garth Livestock Market on that one there, and the other signs we've seen before. So the main changes you're going to notice in this are a lot of the buildings are different now in comparison to what they were originally, only just due to the way Martin's rebuilt the map. The hedges are different and are now seasonal, which is fantastic. They look really good in the winter when they're all dark and different colours. Where's this turn here? So let's go down here a bit further. And we'll stop off. We'll take this turn in first, I think, yeah, that's what we'll do. Take the turn in first, head up to the placeable area, and then we will pop down to the dairy farm, which is just down here. Another thing you'll notice is the fields now have names rather than numbers, which is quite unique and really cool. There's not many places or many maps that I know of that have got named fields. That's another little addition that Martin's added in. So these stone textures that you can see dotted around give it a bit more realism, a bit more immersion, which is really cool. And then I've got a little surprise for you I'm going to show you shortly. So let us cross a little ford here. I'm going to go up here. I'm not even sure if I've gone the right way actually. I think I may have taken the wrong turning, but never mind. Let's just get up here anyway. Nah, we're alright, we're doing okay. Let's get up to the top here. So the idea for the series overall is from here on, I have gone the wrong way. We'll cross back over the river in a second. Would be the best bet. Doesn't look too deep. We should be okay. Until I haven't driven around on this map a lot. So let's turn around. Back down this way. Just quickly cross the river. And it's a little bit lower. Where was I? Yeah. Back to the series. See if I can sneak across here. It's basically to farm the map eventually. Just cut through this bit here, and there we go, nobody will notice. Spin this round. What have we got here? So we've got our TMR mixer. We've got an 850 piece bale storage, all the different bales we're going to need. And we've got a little fermenter silo thing here for any loose chaff that we put in. So the idea is, let's jump into the PDA and let's have a look at where we are with that. So we are here in a placeable area, and then we just come from here, which is where the shop is, and then we're going to come back down this lane, down the side here. Oh, I missed that turn in there. Look. Back out, and then we're going to head down to the arable farm first. Take a look round this way and go up to the dairy. I'm not going to bother taking you around all of the shop areas because they're all pretty much the same, and you'll get to see them a lot more in the series anyway, so don't necessarily need to show you them. But this is what I mean by all the fields having names. All of these names are after people who helped him or influenced him or one way or another, or some of the names that he knows of and things like that. So you'll notice you've got Kim's in here, got Darren, Dutch down the bottom here. You've got one which is quite special to us. To zoom in for this one, which is Freon, which is my little apprentice. He's had his own field named after him, helping out with Martin with the testing with me and stuff like that. So this field here is darkened out because I've got a fenceless pasture mod installed. So we've got pasture there, and then I'm going to be putting another pasture in somewhere else, probably a sheep pasture here or here, I think in Derwin or Dutch's farm. And then after that, that's a little section of housing there. There is a lane that cuts across somewhere up here, and then we'll probably just head back up to the shop and then finish off at the shop. But let's jump out of there. A little extra thing I've got to show you. So my little surprise for you, this is what I might as well show you while we're in the PDA, is this. So this is one of two things. The first one being a custom UK based crop calendar that has been set up specifically for Wales. So this has been set up by GFS mods. You find them in my Discord group, and I'm going to post this up in my Discord. This Welsh custom crop calendar and the environment XML isn't out yet. It hasn't been released yet, so I'll put that up in Discord soon. There'll be a link in the video description to my Discord channel, and there'll also be a link to his Discord server because he's just set up his Discord server, so that'll be cool. And there'll be a link to his itch page as well. Keep an eye out on his itch page when it goes live on there, and I'll put a post up in my server, my Discord server, just to let you know when that's going to be. And the other little bit that you get with that is what's called realistic temperatures environment XML that you need to add into the map. Basically replace the standard one, and what that gives you is a custom set of weather formatted temperatures and weather patterns specifically for Wales. So I do apologise, it's likely just to rain all the time, but at least it'll be realistic. Realism is key and all that. So apart from the weather here, it's going to be really hot, which is nice. Make the most of that. So that's what it is. That's by GFS mods. Massive shout out to him for letting me exclusively reveal that for him and showcase it in a couple of the other ones. I've added it into my Calmland series, and it's working really well. So yeah, keep an eye out on that. Go and grab it if you can, or when it comes out, add it in. Need any help with adding it in, let me know, and I'll happily help you out with that. So let's get out of here now. Let's just get going again. So Just going to take a quick spin down to this first farm. I'll show you the little changes I've done there. Only little ones. That's not like I normally do with these. I haven't bought the farm, stripped it out and rebuilt it from scratch. I'm going to keep the farms and the layouts as close to what they are as I possibly can, basically, just to sort of try and keep the immersion and the realism going. Martin's done a really good job of setting these up for the idea and for a UK based map. Small machinery, nothing too big, which is really cool. So it'd be a shame for me to just go and rip it all out and start again. Got some changes coming up in the channel as well over the next couple of weeks. So this series is going to be starting, so I think this is going to be just one of the series I'm going to run, and then we've got Saxlingham coming out very soon. So Saxlingham is going to replace my Maypole series, and then our multiplayer is going to move from Riverview Farm over onto Maypole Farm because the Apprentice wants to move farms. So since I'm not going to use it on that one, I might as well jump on there. So just jump out of here. Go on the camera there. You want to see that? Here we go. There we go. Here we are, look. These are cool, these little signs that he's done. I'm fairly sure he said that Scroft had helped him out with those, so they're cool, aren't they? Get these gates open. I'll leave the tractor in the road because there's nothing coming past. So a couple of little changes I've made here is I've removed one of the vehicle sheds from there, and another one from here. That's a bit another bale storage, and then we've got our silo here because there isn't a silo actually placed on the map anywhere. So, and then these are open sheds, which is really cool. Again, I'm going to keep both of these open. I might stick another one of Argsy's anywhere object storage silos in there just in case we need more bale storage, but I think we should have enough. And then you've got your house. So first thing you want to do when you get on the map, decide which farm you're going to take over, this arable farm or the dairy farm, and then in the mod section is a placeable sleep trigger doormat. Stick that down by the farm and you're away. So I'm going to spin down the road here. I don't want to spend too long on this because you're going to get to see it more and more in the series anyway, and I'm sure Martin said that there is an update in the works. It could be a while away yet, but there is one definitely coming. I'm sure he's got some nice surprises in there, some added extras as well. So it's passing Treon's field on the right there, which is cool. So I've done some usual sort of texture customization on this. I've also added in, this will be my first map where I've added in an extra crop. So we've now got field grass as well in here. The idea being, after watching one of Scroft's real life farmhand videos, I had a chat with the local farmer about fields, what they use them for, grass fields mainly, you know, which ones they use for hay, which ones they use for silage, that kind of thing. And what I've decided to do is any normal grass fields are going to be used for hay, and any field grass fields we're going to use for silage, basically because you're more likely to get better silage from field grass field because it's longer and things like that than you are off a standard grass field in a game sense, but not in real life sense. What I was edging towards was the fact that farms know off the back of their hand which fields are best for, you know, cutting for hay, which ones are cut for silage, and then which ones are best for putting animals on straight after being cut and that kind of thing. I thought if I can add an extra crop to split those grass types up, that'd be really cool. So switch this off for a minute. So I put the manure heap down there. That's new because that's not in the game. This is as it was before, but this shed layout is also different. Lots more open sheds again. Big silage clamp there if you need it. And then we've got the door up in here. So that's another open shed. There's another one around the corner there. Some more decoration. And then there's two vehicle sheds that we've just driven past. So that's pretty much it. Nice and simple. Nothing too extravagant, which is what you want. British based map, you don't want anything too flash. Ideal for keeping vehicles in there. Everything what you need. And then I've put in a fenceless pasture just through these gates for some cows. Like I said, there'll be another sheep one up in the corner or on another field somewhere along the way. And that's pretty much that one. I think we're probably going to start on this one in the series. I think I'll put a sleep trigger down there. So. Right then, what I'm going to do now is I'm literally just going to go through this gate. I'm going to pull up in Freon's field, just to give you an example. And I will use EasyDev to show you the field grass that we're going to be using for silage. Once that's done, we'll nip back up to the shop. All finished. These stones on the road look really cool. I think that's really authentic for sort of country lane driving around God's country. It's really cool. I'm really looking forward to this series. I've been eagerly waiting for this map to come out for quite a while. After running through the testing on it, I was really lucky for Martin letting me help him out with the testing on it. And if you caught my early access video of it, you've seen how good it was. So it's currently got parsnips in this. So let's change that, shall we? Let's get field grass. There we go. I'll put it up. Harvest ready. Let's change all of these over so you get the full view of what it's like. There we go. Are we ready? So this is what our harvest ready field grass is going to look like. There we go. So as you can see, it's a lot longer, a lot thicker, and a lot better looking. So we're going to keep the meadow grass and the standard grass that I normally use, the one with the dandelions in. Got some maize growing in that field as well, that's cool. So this is what our standard grass is going to look like, with the dandelions in. Same grass texture that I use on my other maps, but then comparison, we've got field grass here. So when we mow this, the swaths are a lot thicker. The yield's still the same, they just look a lot thicker. So when it comes to sort of trying to keep it a little bit more immersive and a little bit more realistic, the silage, I think this is a much better way to go. So that's that. Right, let's jump back into New Holland. Let's get this back up to the shop. And then I'll take a quick spin around the shop because I think that's changed quite a bit. The shop and garage area has changed, I should say. That's virtually as it is. One of the sales points down there. And then we shall go from there. One thing that I would be quite interested to see is in Farmers Discord group, where Martin's quite active in there, is little little things people say, oh, you've missed a trick. You could have called the water, the river, Garth Brook, Garth Farm, things like that. And one of the bales sell points you should have called Gareth's Bale. Things like that. If you can think of any of those, just post them in my Discord server, because we were having a bit of a laugh about that last night. So that's really cool. So that's pretty much it. You know, the main layout of the map's virtually the same. The idea behind it's virtually the same. All it is some of the some of the buildings have changed. The hedges have changed, as I said earlier, so they're now seasonal, which is really cool. The extra signage is really cool, and then obviously the little custom things make it even more Welsh than it already is. The national anthem and the big Welsh flag and the Welsh signage and stuff like that. For me, as a Welshman, this is almost like heaven playing on a map like this. I never actually thought playing FS25 or any of the farming sim games that we would get a Welsh map. Certainly not one with all of the extra added Welshness to it, so I'm really looking forward to this. Our series will be starting hopefully towards the end of this week with a bit of luck. This building layout is virtually the same. Some of the little bits have changed, where there was some what looked like silos and stuff moved around. Placement of the buildings has changed slightly. There we go. So let's finish it the best way possible, shall we? Let's pull this in here and let's listen to this. There we go. So that's pretty much it from us, guys. I will catch you for the first episode hopefully by the end of the week. Thank you very much for joining us. The Apprentice has gone off for a kickabout with his cousin, so he's not here to say goodbye, so I should say goodbye from him. And that's it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the Welsh National Anthem. Come on, all guys, Hwyl. Take care. Bye bye.
yourself to what you want.